My name is Coach Alvin. So I'm Yalvin yan in the YouTube. So we are going to analyze one of my game of the FIDE CheckmateCoronavirus. So I hope you will like this. And we're going to focus on how did I was able to win this by using a strong center. And how does it affect the game. So I want to turn off the camera for now so that we'll be able to focus on the game. Okay, and see you and thanks. Okay, moving forward. So we started at e4, c6, c6, d4, d5. This is the Caro-Kann. The aim of the Caro-Kann is to counterattack the e4. So you want to eliminate that e4 pawn, center pawn of white. He played f3. So this is not a main line of the Caro-Kann. I do have a repertoire for this. Opening, however, I chose knight f6 to pressure this pawn and to confuse this guy, the superhero 2008. By the way, he is leading 40 points right at this moment, and he's the virtual champion in this particular tournament, Sked. And I really want to give him a shot. That's my point. So if I could try to beat him, I saw his games. It was fascinating. And he moves too quickly. Oh, I have a game plan that I really want to confuse him so that my useful move in or the skills that I do have in chess might not be reflected too much. But then I will try my best. Knight c3 is played. I played e6. So what I did is I just follow the Slav setup, semi-Slav setup. So this is a setup versus setup. Bishop f4. I don't like this bishop f4. He should have moved this on g5 to create a pin instead. Oh, I found this bishop f4 quite unusual. Bishop b4. I tried to pin the knight, and I do have that pressure on this e4 pawn. For example, he plays a3, and can take the knight. Pawn takes, take this pawn, takes this pawn, and knight takes pawn, and my knight is strong in this center. And I do have the advantage. He played queen d3, extra support for this pawn. I took this knight. Oh, so he has to take this with using the pawn. And I castled. He played e5. Now, this is the thing that I don't like. The bishop is there and the pawn is there, and this doesn't have something to do with these two moves. So I think he's just making moves too quickly. Okay. Knight fd7. Okay. Knight fd7. This is a move in a typical move in French, which aims also to play c5 next and knight to c6. And he's also eyeing for this e5 pawn. Later, I do have a plan of attacking this. Okay, knight e2. So I play c5 as the standard move of French. So this move provides an attack on the d4. He cannot take this because after he took this pawn, the knight will then took, and the knight on c5 is very good. And as you can see, it reflects the weakness on this c file, particularly the c3 and the c2 pawn. Okay, knight c6 is played. So what he did is he moved his queen back. I played knight c6 as usual plan in the French, develop your piece. Knight g3 was played. I played f6. Now I'm putting pressure to this pawn. If we can eliminate this pawn early in the game, and we can start rolling the d5 and the e6 pawns. And this is what really happened in this game. Bishop b5, f takes. Then he took it with the d pawn, and I took it with my knight. Now I am a pawn up, and he castled. His strategy is to use his pieces and attack my position. He has no center, but the compensation is he's going to attack me because right at this moment, his pieces are all mobile. Me, I need to compose a plan. I'm a little bit cramped, but then I do have the center. So what is my strategy? To create a strong center. So that's the point. Okay, he might be attacking me on the queen side or king side as his direction of attack. But then, for me, I need to focus on the center. Bishop d7, knight h5 is played. As you can see, he's going to attack to my king side. He's putting his pieces there. I played queen e8 so that I can attack this knight. But then I found this queen e8 a little bit bad because after g4, oh, I'm attacking the knight and this just protecting with the pawn. So this queen doesn't make any sense now. So I played another move, queen e7. It's just a waste of time. I should have played another move, like a6. I think I can play here a6 on this part. Yeah, maybe. Queen e8, queen e7. Now he moves his rook. Everything works fine for white, though he don't have a strong center. He has no center pawn. I do have the center, but then his pieces are attacking. He has the initiative. So I start playing a6. He took my knight. A little bit, another mistake. Okay, another mistake for white. So if we're going to count bishop f4, e5, and this bishop e5 is a little bit mistake, I took the bishop on b5. Okay, after I took that bishop on b5, he played bishop g7 as I've expected. So I'm praying here that whatever happens to this position, if I lose this game, then it's okay. But then if I do have luck in this game, then thank you. Okay, so I really want to give up this rook so that his activity on the king side, his attack will be lessened. And what I'm trying to do as a counter attack is to attack to capture this pawn, and next is capture these pawns, the a2, c2, and c3. This is my compensation. But then I'm figuring out how can I sacrifice my rook on f8, and at the same time I can catch those pawns because he can easily defend those pawns. And if I can eliminate those pawns, I will do have some pass pawns as a compensation in the end game. I played rook f7, bishop h6, d4. I start rolling my center pawns. Bishop g5 is played. He's attacking my queen. I played queen d6, bishop f6. Now he's preparing to move his queen either on the h6 or g5. I push my d pawn as my plan. This is my last chance. If I do not establish a strong center, then I'm dead. So he attacked. I do believe that this position is well protected for me. Okay, check, check, and knight g7 as I was expecting. Okay, he will move this. So from this point, I already analyzed this in advance. Okay, before I play that d4 move on the move 20. So I know this, everything will be on this part. Now, I took it, and he took it with the queen. Then I played queen to f8. Okay, so this is my move. Okay, now he can take my queen. Okay, I can take this. Then after bishop takes e5, then he will be winning. Okay, he will be winning by then, and I can take the rook on a2. He can take this pawn. I can take this, or I didn't see that he has also this move. Bishop goes to d6. If I move on f7, he will take my c5 pawn, and my strong center is gone. After rook c2, he will play this. Then I hope that this b pawn will create some problems for him, but then still white is good here. Okay, but then it was very lucky for me because he took the pawn on h7. Okay, at this point I think he's playing too fast, and that's what I mean, that I use this factor that he's playing too fast. And I saw this in his previous game playing with another players in this previous round. Oh, this guy's playing fast. If ever I will meet him, I will do some of my techniques, my psychological techniques. I will play slowly, and then if he ever make a mistake, then I can go back and counterplay him. And now this is the point that I've been waiting for. He did a serious mistake, and I took the bishop with great confidence, and he checked me. Now he found a way to activate this rook by playing this move f4. So I took it. He goes to g5, king c7. So this is my plan. I want to hide my king to b6. Rook f4, queen d6, and now he's pinning me. But then I am very confident that I can win this position. So I took the pawn on c3. Now the other pawns are weak, though he has a pass pawn, but then I have three pieces. I will just need to defend my position, and at the same time, if the king now is well protected, I will swap the queen and start taking these pawns, the a2 and c2. Then I think I'm winning. So he goes there. I check him. By in this position, I think he lost on track. Okay, after I took his bishop, I think he lost on track, and I took the pawn. He took my queen, took the bishop, rook f7 check, and king b6, and he realized maybe that I'm safe now. My king is safe, and I'm going to gather all his pawns. Actually, all his pawns are weak now, and I do have four pass pawns in four pass pawns in the future, and so he resigned. And my objective, yes, I was able to defeat him. At least this is his first defeat in the tournament. Okay, all are wins. There are draws, but no defeat. So I was lucky. I was able to defeat the champion. I felt like I'm also the champion, or something like that. And we have all that feeling and dream about in a tournament. Okay. So this is the game, and what can we learn from this game? First is we have to establish a strong center. So I was able to apply the principles in the French defense that you want to eliminate the two pawns in the center of the opponent, the white, and we're going to realize a powerful center. Yes. So this is a big factor that I think he was not not really paying attention to my center and just attacking the king side. And we had this saying that if we are being attacked in the flank, okay, let's say the king side, we need to counterplay in the center. And that's what I did in this game. I just followed that principle. And also, I want to take note that if you're being under attack, don't lose hope. Just keep on defending and focus on your plan if possible. And luck will come. Okay, it will just come. Okay, so here after knight takes, then he blundered. Okay, the factor that I use is he's playing too fast. Okay, so that's why I pay attention to that, and I was able to build this position. Actually, this is very tricky because after that I think he made a pre-move. Okay, queen takes h7, not paying attention that his bishop is not protected, and I was lucky. I was able to trick him. Yes. Okay, so that's the game. Do not surrender. Don't ever surrender. If you are being under attack, just keep on defending. And I hope that this give a lot of information to you and give light to how we should play chess. I'm just sharing what I learned from this game, and hope guys that you learned a lot from this. Okay, and thank you very much for following this video and watching this video. If you like this video, then you can consider subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe and like also the video and share it to your chess friends, chess communities, chess clubs. And I will be making a lot of videos that will help chess players realize and reach 2100 or even Masters rate. Thank you very much for watching my video, and keep safe. And Yalvin at your service. Goodbye.